my name is Chris Baker with Baker DMM. This is our video digest newsletter. Topic of today's newsletter is going to be types of financial scams. And before I jump into our discussion, I'll read you some statistics. And they state that in a given year, 1 in 18 cognitively intact older adults is victim to financial scams, fraud, or abuse. That's according to a new study in the American Journal of Public Health. The analysis covered 12 studies involving roughly 41,700 individuals. And I'm not a scientist, but that's a lot of people in a huge study. And we obtained that information from cnbc.com, which you can click on the link below this video. And it ties into this video and what we want to talk about, and that is the different types of financial scams out there. What are some of the common tactics that these people use? And then what are some of the warning signs and symptoms so you can observe on your loved one or your friend or whoever it may be in your life that you're worried about, and also just some resources where you can do your own research. But so if you're watching this video, you probably have already done a little bit of research and you might already know some of the scams. There are a ton of scams out there. A few of the more popular, common, well-known scams are the grandparent scam, where someone impersonates usually like a grandchild of that family member, and the grandchild calls the grandparent and says, grandma or grandpa, this is such and such. I'm in Florida, I'm in New York, or I'm somewhere, and I'm in jail, and I need you to wire me money. I need you to wire me money now so I can get out of jail. And it's just real quick, real fast. And the scammers, they know lots of data and information about these people, their families. I mean, there's a whole underground black market for these types of activities where the criminals come together, they have their data organized. I mean, just huge, big lead lists, and they have all the information they need to convince these elderly people that they are real and they're saying who they are. And that way the people will wire them the money to wherever they are in whatever part of the world they're in. So the grandparent scam is one. Another big scam is the lottery sweepstakes scam, where people will be contacted and the scam artist will say that these people have won a certain lottery, but to claim the prize they've got to send in their money. They have to submit some sort of wire, Western Union, somehow get them money before they can recover the prize. And usually what will happen is that they'll send a little bit of money or a portion of the payment, and then once they make that payment and the scam artists know that they've got these people on the hook, then they'll follow up even more, and then they'll really go after them and say, well, you owe us more money, you owe us more money. And then they'll keep getting money from that elder until at one point either they take all the elder's money or they just don't come back because they've gotten however much they want and they take off. Another common scam is the sweetheart scam. And this is where somebody impersonates being a love interest, particularly online, where maybe someone's online and they're surfing around the net, and then they meet someone, and whether it's a man or woman, it doesn't matter, and they basically start to form a relationship online. One thing leads to another, and that scam artist starts connecting with them, and then as they get closer and closer, they start to sweet talk them out of their money, and oh, I need this, or I need that, or I've got a child or a grandchild that needs help, or I'm in trouble, or I need help, and again, they're con artists for a reason, and the artist part is that they've made an art out of getting money out of these individuals. A lot of times they know they're lonely, they know these people are looking for companionship, and they can just really try to milk these individuals for all they're worth and really just try to take all their money. And so those are just a few of the different types of scams out there. There's really a ton of scams, and just wanted to cover a few in this video. And as I mentioned earlier, some of the high pressure sales tactics that these individuals will use are being really pushy. Trying to use a MoneyGram service like a Western Union, not willingly giving information. So if these scam artists reach out to someone and the elder or the person on the other line says, you know what, I don't want to do this, I'm not comfortable, give me your information or tell me your contact information. A lot of times, if not every single time, these people are not going to give any sort of information. They're going to be real pushy. They're going to say, we need the money now. We're not, not giving a name, not giving a phone number, not giving an email, not giving a physical address. And those are all, dead giveaways that this person is going to be ripped off and scammed. So if you're a family member or a friend helping this individual, now you know what are some of the different types of scams out there. You know what are some of the different types of sales tactics these con artists use to obtain the money from these individuals. And last but not least, there's also, if you have access to their financial data, I mean, there's some just obvious giveaways to know that this person is being taken advantage of, or their money's being taken from them. And that's, number one, by looking at their checking, their bank statements. Do you see unusual withdrawals? Are there ATM withdrawals, cash withdrawals from the bank? That doesn't look normal within this elder's normal spending habits. Another place to look would be credit card statements. Do you see unusual transactions on their credit card statements? And anytime you see these different items, line items that don't fit or fall in line with this person's spending habits, you got to investigate and you got to get to the bottom of it. And when you put all this together and you're doing your research, it can be overwhelming, but there are a lot of resources out there. You can go to the Department of Justice. They have a pretty robust online database of all this different types of information, and a really just a long list of all the different types of scams that are out there. Each state has their own aging division services. So you can go to your state division, aging division services website, and they're going to have information. You could go to ftc.gov. You could go to fbi.gov. And with any of these online platforms, websites, you're going to find all the information you've ever wanted about this issue. And finally, just to close out, a lot of times these people, the stuff that we're talking about, it's common sense. And unfortunately, particularly for some of the individuals out there that are getting older, they're cognitive, they're functioning, their financial capacity, it's just declining. So even if they know all this, all the information that we just covered in this video, they could know all this. I mean, they're really smart, brilliant people that get taken advantage of. And really the best way to help these individuals and help prevent them from being taken advantage of financially and these people losing a substantial amount, if not all of their nest egg, is to have someone helping them, helping monitor their financial accounts, helping pay their bills, helping review their mail, and being that extra set of eyes and ears and a voice for these individuals to talk to and speak with, and to have a voice and to stand up for them. Because all the information and knowledge in the world, it's just, for some people, it's just not going to do any good. They actually need assistance in doing these things. And that's really the biggest and the best way to really prevent these particular vulnerable individuals from being taken advantage of. So, in addition to everything we talked about, in your local community, see if you have a daily money management company in your local community. If you need help, you can contact us. We'd be happy to try to help you find one. And if we can't help you directly, we'll make sure that you can get the right help wherever you are. So if you found this information interesting or helpful, please feel free to share it on all of your social media channels. It could be with your family or friends, whoever you think might benefit from viewing the information. If you ever have a question you'd like for me to answer in one of our newsletters, go to our website, www.bakerdmm.com. Scroll to the bottom, fill out your information, write a few sentences, and I'll try to answer your question in one of our upcoming newsletters. And if you ever like to get my help personally and directly, quickest and easiest way is to go to our website. At the top of the page, you'll find a request an appointment button, as well as our phone number. And if you scroll to the bottom and you'd like to book a direct phone consulting session, click on the PayPal button. And with any of these options, I'll be in touch with you in 24 to 48 hours. And until then, I will talk to you all soon.